What's up, people? Welcome to another vlog and welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's been doing well. I hope all of you are safe and healthy. The lockdown has been extended till June 9th, so that's the latest development as far as the city is concerned. But they did give a little bit more in terms of relaxations. Earlier, people could go about their business from 6 a.m. in the morning till 10 in the morning. Now that's been extended to 1 in the afternoon. That's the major change. And of course, people who work in industries like myself, we also have the permits, at least, to go about our business. So I was speaking yesterday about extraterrestrial life and its possibilities. So of late, I think all of you must have noticed a lot of effort or a lot of private enterprise are building vessels for space travel. For example, you have SpaceX, who's the most prominent, then Blue Origin. I think Jeff Bezos of Amazon has, I think, quite a good chunk of stake in it. Then Sir Richard Branson. I mean, these are the three that come to the top of one's mind. But yes, as I was saying, a lot of effort and resources are being spent, to conquer the final frontier, as they say. So one of the key things that has made it possible is our ability to innovate and the rate of innovation. There are talks about colonizing the moon, our satellite, and then even Mars. And who knows, if we are successful at that and it can be sustained, I think sky is the limit, or rather, everything beyond the blue yonder could be within our grasp. But as I was thinking about these achievements of mankind, one thing that I came across, or one thing that I learned about, is this thing called deep tech. I don't know how many of you are aware, but deep tech is one of those key enablers, that has made it possible, at least for someone like SpaceX, to really do what they are doing at 1/10 the cost of what was being done similarly by NASA. So what is deep tech? So I did a bit of reading about it. I mean, not exhaustively, but just preliminary reading. So it seems deep tech is convergence between science, engineering and design thinking. So it seems a lot of emerging startups, all the way from China to the United States, a lot of startups are being encouraged to adopt deep tech methodologies for product development and innovation. So, as many of you might have guessed, whenever we talk about convergence of multiple disciplines, there is always some amount of technological risk. So I think that is one of the key factors which actually is slightly limiting its expansion. I mean, that way of thinking, that way of innovating. But with time, as more and more people understand and align their philosophies or visions and missions of their organizations, it would trickle down. So it's something that one might see a lot down the line. And there is a high possibility that these sort of methodologies would play a significant role, especially if circumstances such as now, if they were to repeat again in the future. So as we are going through the pandemic, I think many of you might have noticed that the vaccines that were developed to counteract the effects of the virus were done in record time. So, R&D for, developing the solution to counter the pathogen, then, testing it, standardizing it, distributing it, productionizing it, all these things are multidisciplinary efforts. So, there is a big role of deep tech over here too. And one of the key milestones, or rather one of the key points or key areas that the methodology of deep tech or the idea of deep tech plans to address is the physical constraints that industries have been facing for decades. So there are many areas where one could see its potential down the line. So for example, our desire for sustainable energy sources. So nuclear fusion is a very good alternative, but in decades, because of various factors, there hasn't been much of innovation. But deep tech is going to be that, let's say, for lack of better word, the silver arrow, which could jumpstart, innovations in this extremely complex area of engineering and scientific work. The other areas where deep tech already is slowly giving fruits is artificial intelligence. We have quantum computing, synthetic biology, and many more. So quantum computing, which could be the future of computing platforms. I mean, there have been various startups which have leveraged the deep tech methodology to design their first analog quantum computing processors. So yes, I mean, it's a radical way of doing things, definitely, and I hope these things will contribute significantly to improve our way of life and also combating the challenges that the human race will face in the future. So they have like a couple of key cornerstones that startups or companies or research institutes such as those run by MIT, etc., follow. So one of the cornerstones is problem oriented thinking and not technology oriented thinking. Second is a robust ecology, where multiple disciplines or cross-disciplinary expertise is leveraged. The third one is designed to cost. So these are some of the aspects that all these emerging technology companies are keeping in their mind to devise solutions that could help us down the line. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know. So with this, I sign off and hope to catch you guys in the next one. So until that time, look after yourselves, be safe, do all the needful. Peace out.